Year 11s, today I'd really hoped to be able to go through how to use InDesign in class with you, but unfortunately I'm sick, so you'll just have to watch this video instead. So as you can see, we've got class notes of exactly what you have to do today. Please read those. We then also have a bunch of stuff that I've uploaded to Daymap. You are going to need to download all of the photographs, and you're also going to need to download this Word document, okay? Pause here until you've done that. Okay, next step, go into your search bar and type in InDesign. Alright, when that one pops up, hopefully yours will say 2020. I just haven't had a chance to update mine yet, but I will. Click it, open it, pause this video until your InDesign has opened. Okay, now what we're going to do is create a new document. So what you're going to do is go create new. InDesign can be a little bit finicky when you are setting up your document, so be aware of what I'm doing. We want to go print, all right. We want to choose a A4 size page. Now our pages, we want A4, we want portrait, we want 3 pages, and you do not want facing pages, so turn that off. Now if we scroll down or select your margins, we want 2 columns, and we want to make sure that we do have a margin as well. This is just setting up the I guess guiding lines that you're going to have on your page. Once you open it, it should look something like that. Okay, now that you've got an InDesign file, let me explain your task and InDesign a little bit. InDesign is, I guess you could compare it to Microsoft Word. So it is a word publishing program. However, it does a lot more than Word does, and it gives you so many more tools and things that you can edit, adjust, change, move around your page. InDesign is the program that people use to create magazines, to create posters, and also to create brochures, which is what we are going to be doing a little bit later on. That is your final task, to create a brochure. So, like I said, InDesign, word processing thing. Let me show you the basic things that you need to know. Can you come up here and just make sure that you are in Essential Classic rather than Essential? Once you change that, you'll have all of these tools displayed on your page. Once you have that, some things that you need to be aware of. These buttons over here, so pages, you can see, we definitely have 3 pages here. This first page we're going to leave blank. Can you please select the second page and make sure on it? So if you double click it, it took me to that second page. Then the third page we're also going to use today as well. All right. Layers are similar to Illustrator. If you have multiple things on your page and you've got something that's like way back and you want it to be in front of the other shapes, then you can adjust that there in the Layers panel too. Links I'm going to explain in a little bit. All right. Black arrow tool if you ever want to move anything. All right, if something's not working, then use that. Okay, we've got our text boxes that we can just type into as per normal. All right, however, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Your task today is going to be to format otherwise a website into, sorry, I'm looking for something, format a website that exists into InDesign. Found what I was looking for, which was this website that I copied all of the information from. So I've just added it to Daymap. All of these photos have come from this website, and the text that is in this Word document here has also come from this website. So it is just, ignore that, that's year 8 stuff. It is just a blank thing of text, which is all about brochure design, so feel free to read it. But this is just the text that you're going to insert into your InDesign program. So what we are going to do is, InDesign is great. you can have Word documents that you are editing and using, like that Word document that all of the text was copied and pasted into. And you can insert it or place it into this page and still edit it in your Word document and it will change. That might be a little bit confusing, but I'll show you what I mean. All right, if you have the text tool selected, then what you can do is copy and paste, drag all the way down. The reason that we have margins is margins are easier for viewers to read if your text just goes across half the page rather than the full page, especially if it's large slabs of text like the one we are about to insert. So if that is the case, which is going to be for a lot of what you do, please make sure that you use these margin guidelines. All right, so once you've copied that in and we've got a little bit of a gap up here, then we're going to go File and then Place and find where that Word document was saved on your computer. Pause the video here until you do this. All right, I found mine. Open. All right, and it's inserted that text directly. The issue here though is it says 10 top tips, all right, but I can only see 3 so far. So another way that you can see that not all of the text has been shown is, can we see this red plus sign down here? That proves that text is, I guess, past the text box that you can't see. To make another text box and have that link, I'm still on my T tool. If I click and drag here, I've created another text box. I then go to the black arrow tool. I click on this red, if that's going to work for me, the red plus here, and it's just grabbed all of my text into my cursor. I then click on this one over here. See how that little like chains linked together part just showed up? I've got that going, and then I've linked the text. That way, if I come over here and I edit this text over here, so I say enter, see how the text like moves into the next text box? That's what we're after, all right? This is a really important skill to be aware of. Okay, there is another way as well, and I'm not sure, I might not be able to find it right now. I think it might be extras. If you go View, Extras, and then Show Text Threads, what will happen is, hopefully, what's meant to happen is there's meant to, there you go, a blue line that shows you that this text box is connected to that one there. Now, you can see that we haven't quite got all of the conclusions, so I'm going to do it a third and final time. So I'll create another text box, making sure that it aligns with those margins. Black arrow tool, red plus, zoom my cursor, click it where my text box was. Okay, now this is all of the text for the website, but that looks very boring at this stage, okay? The reason it looks boring is because there's no pictures and there's no headings either. When you are word formatting this website that we have been looking at, there is a big bold title up the top that is important. There is also each of the steps that's telling you to use that are also important. So we need to format our text so that then these things stand out and have contrast. What I'm going to do is I am actually going to copy, so Control C, and then delete that title. I don't know why that's happened. I think it's just because it is remembering what the text is. That is okay. There we go. You'll find that InDesign sometimes glitches out a little bit. It's not actually glitching, it's just it has to do a lot of different things all at the same time. So you'll still be able to do what it is that you are intending, I guess you could say. Like if you're trying to move from one page or another, it just might blur images or blur your text, depending on like how many things you're asking it to do. Can we see, so what I've just done is copy and pasted the heading. I have then gone up here, and this is where you can edit your text. So I can change the type of text that I'm using, remembering that here are the different font classifications that I can change to, very similar to Illustrator. change it to bold, change the size, have a play around with all of these things, see if you can adjust. This one's the font over here. You can change this whole top toolbar to paragraph layout if you click the paragraph button here too. But for now, just be aware that they are there and have a play around with them. At the moment though, I have these hyphens that I definitely do not want. If you go back up to view, go extras again, and then go, which one is it? I swear I just saw it. Maybe not. Okay, ignore what I'm saying. If you've got any issues, just go enter down for the time being. Next lesson, I will find where that hyperlink hyphen thingy middle is for you. So once you've got that, then you're going to insert images. What I'm thinking is for mine, I'm going to change my text a little bit, and I'm going to bring that text box up to there, which is going to be, or maybe so that then I can see the first thingy middle. The first, what am I trying to say? Step. Sorry guys, I'm sick. My brain's running at like 20%. Okay, then I'm going to insert one of the pictures here. The first picture, or the first step, is understanding print specifications. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert that photo, which is titled that, into here. But before I do, I need to place it. Before I place it, I need to insert a photo box. A photo box is one of the ones with the cross through it. Once you've got one of those down, then you can go file and place again. Don't copy, by the way, guys. We want clear links to all of these things. So then you could, for example, edit this photograph in Photoshop and then resave it, and then it would automatically change in InDesign. Okay, which one is it that I'm looking for? Because I've forgotten already. Specifications. All right, imagine Miss Dawson's found which one it is. I'm going to go open, and I'm inserting that image in there. Then I'm going to go to my black arrow tool. Once I've gotten here, there are two kind of like boxes here. There's the image box that I inserted. That is like how big I want my image to be on the page. And then there's the actual size of the image here, which is the orange square around it. You can get to it by clicking on this dot. Now I can move that box around by clicking and dragging on that center dot, but really what I want to do is make the image smaller so it fits within that image box that I created. So I'm holding shift and I'm pulling it in. If I don't hold shift, then it will change its how do you say, the image size, and that's something that I don't want. Once I'm happy with it, and I think I am going to have to crop bits off because I don't want it to be such a long and narrow photo, so I think I'm happy with that. Maybe I'll make it come down just a little bit more. Okay. Once I'm happy with that, then I can click off and the image will stay still. If you want to change the size of this image here, go to your width and height. So say you want it at a specific millimeters by another specific millimeter, like 5 by 5 centimeters, for example, then I can adjust it over here. Okay. Now, I think that I've given you just about enough to think about. The only other thing that you guys really need to know is if you want to add like shapes or colors, etc., shape tool is just here. So edit and adjust like you would in InDesign. Okay. What I want you to do for the remainder of this lesson is to format this website. Okay, I have gotten rid of some of the steps because they don't apply to us, but like understand print specifications, apparently I got rid of that one. The first one is consider audience. But anyway, what am I trying to say? What you're going to do is format this website that looks good as a website, format it into a A4 InDesign file instead. Using the columns, have your text underneath each one, lay it out in a way that you think is interesting to the viewer, and I guess use contrast to, I guess, make people see the key features like the headings and the subheadings, all right, as well as the pictures. Good luck. Remember, the purpose of this task is so that then you understand InDesign, because you are going to be using this program. I know you love learning new programs, but you're going to be learning this program for and using it for the rest of the term. Okay? Good luck.